When a person receives Jesus Christ as the way, the truth, and the life, they use that knowledge to form every other opinion, every other decision, every other judgment. No more double-mindedness. Their hearts become singular in purpose, and they desire to do God's will. This person is filled with God. They have His Spirit, His genetic code, His wisdom. This is the difference between religion and faith. The full source of wisdom is when we follow Jesus Christ, and in this new order of things where God is first and foremost, we allow our minds to make truthful decisions based on this. Only then will our faith continuously find satisfaction in Christ. Satisfaction in Christ. Satan uses our senses to tempt us to hunger and thirst after this world's pleasures. And while the carnal man is at ease, we ignore God's commands. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, thinking you're special because of who you are, what you have, and what you know, and what you look like. Many even come to Christ thinking He's some type of personal satisfaction source. Those without faith ask for a sign, for the satisfaction of their senses. Using their limited knowledge of the Scriptures, they ask for bread from heaven. Jesus tells them that He is the bread of life. He is the bread of life. If we only see Him from a distance, and we only see Him as parts of something, making us generally aware of information, it's not the same as Him becoming the one thing, where now He is the one source that I use for all of my decisions, all of my judgments, all of my information now comes from Him. He is my wisdom. The Apostle Paul said, in order for the abiding presence of God to remain in a person, He must be first and foremost within that person. He must be my number one desire and goal. He says, this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. This one thing I do. He says, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Which type of Christian are you today? Do you see merely a form and appearance? Or are you like Paul, one who lets go of everything after they see Christ, and he becomes the one thing, forgetting everything else, reaching forward to the things which are ahead? Your faith, how would you describe it? Has your knowledge of Christ caused you to let go of everything else, where he becomes wisdom to you? One thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind me, reaching forward to those things which are ahead.